back in D.C. here, and I'm hoping to meet up with Adam Johnson, and he's having kind of a, I don't know if it's a formal or informal kind of tour of the Capitol, but people can remember Adam is the Lectern Guy. He was on the show not long ago. He got jammed up on January 6th. It looks like there's a lot of Capitol Police there or something. I don't know who is that with the yellow jackets. I might have missed Adam. He said he was meeting here at noon, and I'm a few minutes late of that. It was very difficult to find parking. Hopefully I haven't missed him. Yeah, it looks like we got a lot of cops here. Let's see what's going on. This is the Supreme Court. Does anybody see Adam? What are all the cops doing? So this is D.C. We're 2 days before the inauguration. Everything is, getting set and ready. I think that might be Adam.
Okay. Hi.
What's happening, man? Good to see you.
Adam,
It's Jason Goodman. Do you mind if I
yes,
live
Jason,
stream
hey.
your event here?
For sure. I think they want to get an interview real quick.
Sure,
And
no
then
problem.
We're taking a walk over to the
I'm
Capitol.
glad I didn't miss you.
Yeah. Here I am.
Somebody my height too. That's good. So there we go.
I just got 6 pictures.
So that's perfect timing. Did not miss.
And then just hit it paste.
Now, let's see if we can get a microphone. What's with all the cops? What is happening here? What do we have NYPD here? Excuse me, officer, what's going on here at the, why do we have NYPD here?
We're down here at the Capitol for the inauguration.
But what's going on at the Supreme Court?
Nothing, we just took a picture.
Taking pictures, my God. Wow, I can't believe he just admitted that on camera. Wow, so these guys are all NYPD. Holy crap. Wow. So I don't know, is this some Eric Adams nonsense to suck up to Trump with sending loads of NYPD here? That's a little crazy. NYPD can't even keep New York straight. Wow. So it's a good thing I came here. We've got a photo opportunity for the NYPD. Totally unbelievable to me. Look, wait a minute. Who's that? Is that John Schell? Do you guys have Oren Levi with you? Oren Levi? You don't have him here. Seems to have figured out who he was after I mentioned his name once. So we've got a good turnout here for Adam's tour. Remember, he's got a charity that he's starting to help people who were wrongly imprisoned. I think that's a noble thing. Glad to meet him. So we've got the NYPD here, photo op, amazing. I can't believe they admitted that, but okay. They're all just taking pictures. Oh my God, I mean, what a huge waste of money. So Washington D.C. Metro doesn't have enough officers. We need NYPD here. I don't really understand. So, how far did you come to the inauguration? You from D.C.?
Not too far, no.
No? Are you disappointed that it's going to be inside and we're not going to get to see it?
Well, the weather will be nicer.
Inside? But we can't go in.
Yeah. There's some ups and downs. It made me feel bad for the people who set everything up, and now they have to take everything down outside.
Well, what about all the people who traveled from far? We're seeing stories from people.
That is also
Sad, right?
I've seen.
Whatever, things
It'd be
happen.
nicer to see it from outside.
Yeah. We'll see what happens. Hey, they got an inauguration hat. That's good.
Got them already, huh?
Did you guys come from far away?
Came from Florida.
Oh my God! So aren't you annoyed that it's going to be inside now, or we're not
No,
going
I
to get
mean,
to
it
see?
is what it is. What are you going to do?
Can't really.
We had to take the chance. We had to take the chance.
Yeah. No, I hear you. It's still cool, just the vibe, even the days before and everything. But what do you
Where are
think
you
about?
from?
I'm
Where you
from
going?
New York, and look,
Okay.
all these guys
Yeah,
here
NYPD
followed me.
here.
What the hell are they doing here? Same thing they're doing in New York, standing around looking at their phones. Be safe, you
say
guys.
that.
Uh-oh, wait a minute. There he is.
Oh, hi.
Do you mind if I clip a microphone on you, or is that
Sure.
not good?
That's just fine. I'm going to take all of these people and go over there.
I'm going to go with you if that's okay.
Absolutely.
Just stick this in a pocket somewhere. Thank you for being accommodating, Adam. You're such a nice guy. Has your charity come online yet?
It is not. We're in the finishing stages of it. It should be live the next couple of weeks. We have all the tax documents. We have the website. We have products in place, and we're looking forward to helping some kids.
I'm pleased to be here with you. Sorry, I just got to switch the mute switch on that microphone wherever you got the on the
pack, actually.
Yep.
Yeah.
Sorry, that's my bad. I should have told you that. There we go.
You good?
Yes. Very good.
All right. So we are going to walk peacefully and patriotically over to the Capitol and take our picture. If you guys would like to join, I'm going to go this way. For sure.
Later, just walk this way. It's really a historic moment.
All right. Here we go. You ready? All right. We're going. We're making the steps.
That's amazing that I got here in time. It's so difficult finding parking. Every parking lot that I had scoped out was closed.
Oh, we had a couple of plans, but they fell through. So I think we're just gonna go on some dates, get some steak. Probably go to a garden. Yeah. No. It's gonna be really cold and horrible out here. So we're talking about maybe sitting in bed, getting. It's over near Springfield, so it's near Arlington. I think it's like 30 minutes southwest of here. Guys, there's like, God, 50 balls going on right now.
So Adam, is this the first time you've been back since?
No, I've been back, this is actually my 4th or 5th time back now.
There you go. They should make you like at Disneyland, you can meet the characters. They could have you there.
Well, I could start up a tour business if I get pardons and just take people to the Capitol on private tours.
That would be
a
awesome.
lot of fun. You think they'd license me out here to do that?
I don't know. It would be interesting to see. It's fun to be here with you, man. It's amazing. We're in a 4th dimensional moment here.
They did. These barricades were up for January 6th.
I wasn't on this side.
Other side.
I was on the business side.
I was on the business side. Yeah.
Tell everybody else, I was on the business side.
Well, look, honestly, I already walked so far to walk all the way around the building. I was like, nah,
Oh,
here.
Sorry.
So, how else is everything's going good? Life is good?
Life is fantastic, man. The kids are getting old. The wife is happy. I'm happy. We get to travel quite a bit. Sorry?
You have one driving yet?
So I have 2 driving now, and the 3rd's getting their permit in a couple of weeks. Yeah, so I'm almost out of that whole raising kids phase, and I'm actually really excited for grandkids.
Yeah.
In a few years.
I keep getting out of bed on the leg.
How far did everybody come to be here?
I'm from North Idaho.
Wow.
Texas.
Texas.
Wow.
Where are you guys from? What states?
We're free to
Texas.
die.
Georgia. All over the California.
What does everybody think about them putting the inauguration inside?
I don't think it's for weather. I think they're lying.
They were trying to assassinate him again,
I don't know
think,
what
right?
it is, but it ain't for weather.
But they had that weird thing where DJI turned off
Everyone
the
got their
geofencing of the drone.
It's security.
Wasn't that weird? Was it New Jersey
And honestly,
drones that
you
were
gotta
going to come over
I mean,
here
they
and try
already
and do
shot a guy.
something?
You know.
I mean, you got to figure Biden's still technically in charge.
So
That's right.
he had a
trying to
rally up
decide
in Butler,
it.
Pennsylvania, where
The
he was
crowd,
shot.
you
A
know,
man was
everybody's
killed.
weak 'cause they
Right.
Tried to assassinate him. There was another one at
You knew they
Mar-a-Lago.
would.
Well, for those reasons right there, we need to get him in. It's more important than people getting to attend their inauguration,
Now, wait a
getting their
minute. Do I
pictures,
have an
getting their
echo
moment.
on Adam?
We need to get to work. All right. In my history, the best picture is about this far away. If you get too close, you can't get the dome. I do. All right. I'm carrying a hairbrush around.
Who are you with?
Sorry?
Who are you with?
It's hers.
Jason.
Definitely not mine.
Crowdsource the Truth is my channel.
What are you called?
Crowdsource the Truth. Adam's been on before.
Good. I'll look you up. I'll follow you. How
Thank
many followers
you.
you got?
Like 60,000 on Twitter. It used to be a lot, but they keep jamming me up, you know?
Who can? What, they kicked you off?
It's, someone had to say
You need to
something.
rebuild?
I think there are a couple moments in history that people have every opportunity
you.
to do nothing, and those opportunities are typically taken, and that's how we got here.
Can't be a sunshine soldier.
Nope. All right. Did I pass out hats? Did I put some hats on?
Now, I feel like I have an echo on Adam. Let me see if we can fix that.
For sure.
Sand Hills, Nebraska.
If I'm out, we'll go through. The backpack can only carry so much. All right. There you go. There you go. Okay. And I've got more of these. If you don't get one, send me a DM. I'll make sure you get one because you guys showed up. Not a problem.
Whoops. Sorry, show everybody the floor.
Ma'am. Yeah. Think we're good? Good? Got it? There you go. You can put on whatever you want. There we go. Uh-huh. There you
Oh,
go.
man, I've got something screwed up here, I think.
Then I think we got just enough. I think we got just enough, yeah. There we go. There they are. You got one already? So I think we're all good. We got it? All right, we'll switch it out. I've got a giant head. These are just big enough. It's the brain swelling. Yeah. Yeah.
That's perfect, Mom.
Okay.
That's perfect. No, pull it down. It's like that. 'Cause then you have the truck.
Everybody's got the hats. That's great.
I know. No, it's perfect.
Beautiful. All right. Uh-huh. Actually, I'm really glad you're here. Would you take our photo?
Absolutely.
Dude, you are the absolute best.
Thank you.
I'm so glad I ran into
How
you.
can I be the best if you're the best? You're already the best.
Did you know he was going to be here? You just stumbled into us.
Oh, he's always around.
That's true. So back up and get everybody?
Oh, yeah.
Okay.
Shorty's in the front.
Yeah, that's definitely me. Yeah. I'm going to pop in right here. Is that all right?
Everybody get the
All right.
hats on.
Yes. And see, I can have it on like this.
Get in there.
Daddy's home.
Okay, everybody smile.
Daddy's home.
Hang on.
I'm too cold.
Take a look. Make sure those came out all right. Looking good?
That's perfect. Yep, perfect.
Will they let us in or no?
No.
it's closed
So they
today.
closed the Capitol down since Thursday because Trump is going to be inaugurated inside in the rotunda in the exact space that I was standing.
Yeah. How fitting.
Yeah,
They should have
I
you
think
officiate.
it's rude. That's my photo.
It's too bad you can't officiate.
You know, I was there's a lot of jokes online saying that I should have carried a lectern out to him.
I have a black one.
I have a black one if you want black instead.
Oh, yeah, red.
You want red? Okay.
So Adam, people have seen a picture online of the mugshot. You not smiling as you typically are. It's interesting to contrast a moment like that with a moment like this, where people here are supporting you, happy that you've hopefully gotten justice and will continue to get justice. How do you feel about that?
I mean, I think all of us that showed up on January 6th were in not a bad mood. I think we definitely had questions, but we showed up to support our president, and what they did to us is what affected our mood. And that was probably one of the only days I was actually angry at what they did to us. After that, you know, I had a wife and kids, and for me to spend my days lamenting and spend my days depressed, you know, my family deserves better than that. So I think one of the best things we can do is not let them take more from us than they already did. And for us to walk around like we are deeply affected by this, our lives have been changed irrevocably, I think that's them winning, and I refuse to give them any more victories.
When are you going to run for president?
Yeah, that's a good idea. President Johnson.
Oh man, that's a lot of time away from the kids.
They can move. They can live
Does
in the White House.
everybody know about the charity? Does everyone?
Adam, can you tell the camera a little bit about the charity when you were what you can say?
Thank you, Adam.
Yes, there is a 501c3 that I have established. We are looking forward to feeding a bunch of kids who have parents who are in prison, because a lot of times these kids end up in prison or these parents end up in prison for crimes maybe they didn't commit. There's a handful of us on January 6th that have that story. And these kids, they did nothing wrong. And we should take care of them. We should be the people who don't just say that we care about the next generation. We should be the people who take care of the next generation, because we're not in a 4-year fight, we're in a 50-year fight. These Marxists and communists have been attacking us for a very long time, taking over institutions. It's time for us to take them back.
Do you have confidence that Trump is going to be the anti-lawfare president? Will Pam Bondi shatter this nonsense?
I have confidence that he's made a lot of very good picks this time. I had some questions about his first run and his picks, but it seems like he has not just learned his lesson, but the government tried to teach him one. That if he doesn't take this very seriously and does not come to win and come back and say, we're not going to take this anymore, they shot the guy. They went after his family, they went after him for 8 or 9 years now. If that has not taught him this is not time to mess around, this is not time to make friends, I don't know what will. So I have confidence that he's learned and he's ready to push on.
It's like that scene from Breaking Bad where he tells him, Walter, no more half measures.
Yes, yes. And honestly, we have 4 years on paper, but we may have only 2, because we're going to have midterms coming up. And typically when we have a red wave like this, a blue wave comes in 2 years later. And that could be detrimental. They could stunt all the policy and procedure we're doing. So we need to be on board day one to get things reformed.
Did you see the Pam Bondi confirmation hearing where Adam Schiff was trying to get her to say she's not gonna investigate Jack Smith and all of that?
I actually missed that one. There were so many confirmations.
It's true. It was pretty funny though. He's like, "Will you recuse yourself?" And she's like, "No, man."
Man, I'm so glad you made it out.
It's great to see everybody who came, and the hats are awesome.
Yeah,
We should recite the states. We got people Alaska, Nebraska, I'm New York. We got
Arizona.
We got a lot of states here.
Where do you live?
Good for you, brother.
I'm from Florida, so we live near Sarasota. So the West Coast, we call it the Best Coast. Can you take this? I can't get that bottom piece out.
Called away.
Well, it's too bad that they won't let us inside there, but it's a meaningful day to come here and to just remember. I love the way that you talk about it, because you're not angry about it. It would be so easy to be. What about all these other January 6ers? The big debate right now is, should it be a blanket pardon for everybody, or is it got to be carefully considered on a case-by-case basis?
I just talked about this last night on Tim Pool, and I have a different approach to this than a lot of J6ers do. I'm concerned that if we do a blanket pardon, that we don't investigate. I'm concerned if we just tell everyone, you know what, you're done, go home to your families, that we lose the truth of what happened that day. And if we want to actually make a change in history, the truth has to come out, and it has to be presented to enough people that maybe haven't heard our stories, that maybe the idea of what happened that day changes.
Absolutely, I agree with you, because there were also Antifa people in disguise
Yes.
who were provoking the whole thing, and if we do a blanket pardon, there was somebody arrested like yesterday, so why would they arrest somebody yesterday? It seems like...
It's just the old guard refusing to give it power. I think they're trying to keep whatever they can. They're trying to make a point that we're going to do it to the very last day. And I don't think it's going to stop. Even with the 1512C that was turned over to the Supreme Court, the prosecutors coming through and trying to renegotiate, well, fine, we won't go with the 1512C, we'll go with the 1512 in general. So all these felonies that were supposed to be turned over after the Supreme Court ruled, they're still going after these people, just with a different way.
Now, wait a minute. What about that prosecutor? You were following his case, the guy who stabbed the
That's
dude
another story.
on
This
the
is Patrick
highway?
Scruggs. I was just at his second pretrial a couple of days ago, and it looks like he's going to work out a plea deal with the state. The person that he allegedly stabbed on video in front of multiple witnesses, allegedly, of course, they arrested that man. He was violated probation. He had a couple of run-ins with drugs and alcohol. So he violated probation, he failed a urine test, so he's been held in jail since then. My understanding is that they are trying to levy that position with him saying, maybe you change your statement of facts during the day, and maybe we'll make these other charges go away. But this is the court system at play these days. They protect each other. Whether that immunity exists on paper, it definitely exists in backroom deals.
You know, one more thing on the blanket pardon. It was interesting. Have you ever heard of Mary McCord? Do you know who she is?
I've not.
Wow, she's so pivotal in this. She's one of these deep state swamp rats who's deep in the muck, and you never see her really unless you're really, really getting in there with your waiters and looking for them. But she's been involved all throughout. She was involved in the FISA court stuff against Trump. Her husband is the assistant to John Roberts. She was on stage with Andrew Weissman when I questioned him about his relationship with Felix Sater, and he lied. Anyway, she was in the second Pam Bondi hearing, and she was talking about how a blanket pardon would introduce some kind of constitutional crisis. So the thing that I'm concerned about, particularly when I see the FBI arresting him yesterday, is that there's some scheme afoot to try to force Trump into a blanket pardon and then use that to somehow impeach him again or something like that.
Yes. Well, I think they want him to set that precedent where if we pardon people who maybe were bad actors, who maybe did work for the state, maybe were sent to be bad actors, on the payroll and such, maybe that precedent he sets allows them to ride more. If one president can do it, so can the next. Right. And I'm deeply concerned that the people on both sides of the fence are very interested in having an emperor rule and not how the federal government is supposed to rule. We're supposed to have a separation of powers, and we have seen executive orders come through. What is it? President Biden yesterday, by executive decree, ratifying. I mean, this is insane to me. But the left will hear this and say, well, the president said it, he has that power, because these people they don't understand civics. So they'll believe this is true. The media will say, well, they're trying to overturn this thing, a presidential decree. And they will believe that in us doing this. No, that's not how the system works, that we're wrong in doing it. So I'm always concerned about precedents that we set.
You're right to be concerned. I call that stipulating reality. You were just talking about this guy Scruggs, how he's, they're trying to get this guy to withdraw his statement because they don't care about what the facts are. They care about what they agree the facts are. They always want to stipulate facts, right? So I think that what happens is after so many years of being in the injustice system, these people's minds become distorted where they actually believe, like Joe Biden getting up there and saying the 28th Amendment has been ratified. He thinks because he's stipulated that now, if everybody agrees to it, it just is.
Yes.
It's dangerous, Adam.
And whether they believe it or just want it to be true could be two separate things as well.
Exactly.
All right. I got to come hang out with these people.
Okay, do that. It was great to speak with you. I'll take the mic back and thank you for giving it.
Some of these arrests yesterday are the good guys going after the bad guys. Can you imagine, like, going after the feds or Antifa? Wouldn't that be nice?
Thank you, sir.
Thank you. Good to see you, Adam. Take care. I hope that's correct.
It's a thought.
I just wonder.
It's just a thought. Cool, man. You got some good footage.
Thank you very much. Yes, I appreciate it.
And the framing was really nice.
Thank you. Thank you. I'll see you guys.
Get a card so I can make sure I follow it.
It's on Twitter.
All right, let's do it right now.
Yeah. Didn't go to X, of course. Go ahead. AG, like Jason Goodman _ CSTT.
Did you hear what happened to the chief?
Hey, Dr. Johnson, will you take a picture closer?
There it is right at the top. Jenko, Crowdsource for Truth. Here you go. All right, thanks. What was your name, Tom?
Share great. You'll see it in the following. May Christ bless you, man.
Never got fired.
A little bit. Hold on, that's a good shot, dude. Hold on, that's a great shot. Can you take one of us, of me?
Sure.
Okay. I should get you the capital in the back. Sure. I love that pose. You're like the Lectern man.
Yeah, exactly.
I love it. Hold on. 1, 2, and let me frame it up a little bit better. Bring it in a little tighter if you can, though. Your whole thing, yeah. And that big smile.
Thank you very much.
Yeah, man.
Good to meet you, Tom.
Likewise.
Take care. Listen, everybody, enjoy. Thanks.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming out. Adam, I'll see you soon. Take care.
Bye, sir.
So that was great. Always enjoy speaking to Adam Johnson. What a nice guy. And then you meet somebody face to face. That's a good way to do it. Really appreciate that. So yeah, this is just the first moments here in DC. I'll walk around a bit so people can get an idea of what's going on.
Now, it's a little rainy today. Boy, that 5X, so we need more lenses on the phone. It'd be nice to have 1, 3, and 5. But, yeah, the fences are all up for today, I guess.
They have doors and they let you walk through the fences. I'm sure they're not going to allow that come Monday. See, but it's the same vibe, right? People who came even from California. Oh. What's going on there? We got no level on me. Oh my God. That's ridiculous. I didn't even realize. My microphone wasn't on. I must have hit something. When I added Adam's mic that screwed that all up. So I just said a bunch of stuff that nobody could hear. Ha. Okay, I have an idea for how I can fix that. My goodness. See, sometimes when you jump out of the car and run, putting gloves on and getting ready, it's tricky. But yeah, so, okay. Now we're back with sound. See, this is why usually the person on camera is not ordinarily the person running all the technical stuff. It makes it considerably much more difficult. But the vibe is similar to January 6th in that the people are friendly and happy to be here, and nobody's like cantankerous or pissed off that the thing moved inside. Everybody understands there's the threats to Trump and the weather and a whole lot of reasons. But I don't understand why the NYPD is standing around here at the Supreme Court. It's quite ridiculous. Now, didn't they say there was going to be some kind of protest over here? Maybe that's what the NYPD is doing, bringing their brand of staged bullshit to Washington, D.C. I wouldn't be surprised. I must have just hit the mute button on the mixer on my audio channels. What the hell did I have going on there? I'm not going to mess with it any further. I think I can be heard now. This guy's probably working for the cops, if anything. They're gonna go for a little bike ride.
Yo! You go with Staten Island or you stay with 4? He's transferred to 5. That'd be a beautiful picture. No new friends.
So is this Eric Adams' plan to get a pardon, send all you guys here? No? No? I think it might be. Is this Eric Adams' plan to get a pardon? Pay all you guys a lot of overtime? You could just as easily do nothing in New York. Have a nice bike ride, everybody. Don't look too confident on that bike. This is ridiculous. That's the strategic response group. So see, remember, Sal told us there was this CRT is a different thing. So the strategic response group is that anti-terrorism or whatever it is supposed to be. Hey, look, there's an NYPD van, so they just all caravaned from the city, I guess. It's a little strange, right? Well, I guess you can just walk right up here to the Supreme Court right now. Everybody is pissed off at the Supreme Court because they decided that the president has immunity for official acts. And now all those idiots in the Senate and Congress were like, oh, now that the Supreme Court said that the president can break the law. That's not what they said. I mean, they never talk about past presidents who did things that if a normal person did them would be a violation of the law. It's pretty nice marble. Could you imagine building this thing? You know, even this is a bit ridiculous. Why do they need all this and not just a regular office building? And then the cops show up, stand around, do nothing, and then go for a bike ride. It's so stupid. And plus, you know what? Now, because of all of the chicanery related to January 6th, any person like that who is a cop right now is like, yeah, I'm gonna crack some MAGA skulls tomorrow. It's absolutely Eric Adams' plan to get a pardon. Send the NYPD. I want to ask Sal about that. Seems weird to me. There's more NYPD. No, it's Virginia. Maybe they rented it. Well, yeah, I don't know. Maybe that's the show there. I wanted to see Adam. I thought we would get to go on a tour of the Capitol, but of course the change of plans. It's funny. I got a hotel and made all kinds of arrangements that have been, negatively affected by moving the thing inside. But what can you do? We've got to keep Trump safe. There's undoubtedly going to be threats against him. A lot of people have been telling me, people talking about drones, DJI, I mentioned, turned off this geofencing. I don't know why they would do that. It used to be that when you buy a DJI drone, there are certain places that it just cannot fly, airports, and why would they turn that off? I mean, wasn't there recently even some incident? Yeah, in California, some drone crashed into a firefighting aircraft. And then, that's the reason why DJI, for recreational drones, it makes sense that they should be able to shut off areas that you can't go to. Airports, presidential inaugurations, firefighting aircraft. That would make sense for safety reasons to turn that off. But now DJI said, no, those safety features have been eliminated. And I guess you can fly it anywhere. I don't know why they would do that, but separately on the drone news front, we've got Anduril building a gigantic factory. What do they call it? Like a mega scale or a hyper scale factory in Ohio. Is that more NYPD dunces on the bikes? They're just literally just biking around. Why do we need them here? Nice views of the Capitol. It's expected to snow, which will be a hassle. That was happening the last time I was in D.C. as well. Now it's just a bit rainy. But yeah, so Anduril is building this huge factory in Ohio. That company is obviously going to be very big. Their stated goal is to, be a disruptor in the defense industry. So, these Silicon Valley startups, just like Uber disrupted the taxi industry, that's what they're trying to do in the defense industry. And I see no reason why they won't be able to do that. It still makes very little sense, the ongoing reaction that Palmer Luckey has to things that I say. He'll tell you, oh, it's because Jason's lying, but I haven't lied about anything. Irrespective of what he thinks or what I say, it's amazing to me that there's not some lawyer or some communications person at Anduril who has told him to shut up and stop engaging with me. I don't see what possible upside there is for him, but whatever. That's how he wants to do it. Yeah, so, that's really pretty much it. I think I'm just going to go back to my car and get to the hotel because I don't really want to walk around in the cold rain here in D.C. all afternoon. We'll return on the day of the inauguration and see what there is to see. That's the thing. I kind of came out here early thinking there'd be a whole big tour of the Capitol video with Adam that would be hilarious because he's always funny. And I don't know. Anyway, it was good to see him. Good to get his comments. Always nice to have him on the show. Good to see a lot of people coming out to hang out with him. Now, I'm back to being lost. I always get confused when I come to DC. Oh yeah, no, I think I know. Oh yeah, I meant to tell people, the failover system, even though there was a little bit of disruption in New York yesterday, it told me it saved it from 15 failures. Isn't that interesting? That's a lot. Anyway, we'll keep testing with it. I'm using it again now. I'm going to use it all the time, and hopefully it will mitigate failures. This is all we see in DC these days. Police line, do not cross. Joe Biden is just toxic wretch. Yeah, all right, so that's it. I'm going to sign off from DC with the pre-inauguration festivities, if that's what we can call it, here in DC.